of X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I hope all of the Hebrew Israelites are doing well out there. I repeat, I hope all of the Hebrew Israelites are doing well out there. My Hebrew brothers and sisters, you've been scattered into all nations. We right here in America, in Brooklyn, in Manhattan, in New Jersey, in Delaware, Philadelphia, Florida, Oklahoma, Ohio, Nebraska, California, Mississippi, Utah, Seattle, Denver. We in Central America. We in Guatemala. We in South America, Peru. We in Canada, in West Africa, in Angola, in Egypt, in Canaan, in Uruguay, Hawaii, Mexico. My brothers and sisters who are the Israelites are scattered into all nations, y'all. What a time to be alive, Hebrew. I want you to hit the like button as you enter this stream. What a time to be alive, as the 12 tribes of Israel are starting to wake up. And the wake up is happening worldwide. It's happening worldwide. And right now, I am in the United States of America. The awakening is definitely booming here in the United States of America. And to be honest with you, the shout heard around the world. We know we got Israelites scattered into all nations, but the shout that is going out worldwide, that's primarily coming from the United States of America. And the Hebrew Israelites who've been scattered into all nations, we shouting it from the mountaintop right here in America. Way before I woke up to the truth, there were Israelites right here in America shouting worldwide that we the Hebrew Israelites. And that call and that shout has went out worldwide to all nations that we're scattered into, because we're scattered into all nations. I want to give much love to every single Israelite out there, no matter where you at. Peace to you. We got ZTZP says hi. Hi to you. Everybody that comes in this live stream, so other brothers and sisters can have a chance to see this video, hit the like button on your way in the door and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Samuel said hi. Okay, hi to you, Samuel. Let me see. ZT Zip, I think that's what that says hello. Hello to you. He says hola. Hola to you. ZT Zip says, do you allow curses? Hey, ZT Zip, I'm not sure if I understand. What do you mean by that, brother? Do I allow curses? Can you elaborate? I'm not sure if I understand exactly what you mean. But everybody who's entering this live stream, hit the like button on your way in the door. Not because you like me, because I know a lot of people don't like me, which is okay with me. But you hitting the like button so that this video will get pushed to more of your brothers and sisters, the Hebrews. Oh, ZTZP says, like swears. Okay, well, you know what? Hey, if you got something If you got something you want to get off your chest, you know, you can go ahead and do that. But I do see something under here that says this message was held for review. So I don't know. Maybe you saying something crazy. Look, you say whatever it is you feel like you got to get off your chest. But I will tell you this: if you say something crazy, don't be surprised if I block you. And I might not just time you out. Depending on how crazy people get with their comments, I might block you for life. And then if you want to come back, you'll have to make a fake account. So choose your words wisely. But whatever you feel like you want to say to get off your chest, go ahead and get it off. But just know that if you start disrespecting the people in this chat, or if you disrespect me, I'm going to block you. ZT Zip says, okay. All righty then. Everybody, fam, we're just going to give it a couple of more minutes to see if any brothers and sisters are going to make it up in here. Share this video somewhere if you dare, okay? Hit that like button to help the video get into the algorithm so that other Hebrew Israelites can see this. He says it's ZRZLP. People see the L as an I. Ah, okay. And that's ZR, okay. Because they got it in lowercase letters. It's kind of hard for me to see this in this, especially in this vertical form. But I got you. ZR, ZLP. I got you, fam. Anybody coming into the live stream right now, if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And once again, hit the like button so that this video can hop into the algorithm, not because you like me, but because you like reality. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. And this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. What a time to be alive, family. We see Gentiles and heathens raging in the streets of America. ZRZLP says, I am subscribing right now. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, ZRZLP. I appreciate that, man. And make sure you hit the bell so that you get all notifications. And once again, I got to give a special shout out to all of the Israelites, y'all. I don't care, once again, I don't care if you're in the United States of America. I don't care if you're in Central America, South America, Russia, China, Europe, Uruguay, Australia, Hawaii, Cuba, Mexico, Hispaniola, Haiti, Jamaica, Angola, Egypt, Ethiopia, Kush, Canaan. We even got some of our brothers and sisters who are over in the land of Israel right now. I don't care what country you in right now. I don't care what country you from. If you are a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, to you, I say Tav X. Purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? You got to turn to the Most High God and Him alone. That means you got to turn to the God of the Old Testament, Yahweh. Some people call Him Yahuwah. Some people call Him Yah. Some people call Him Yahweh, the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Y'all know who we talking about. That's the only entity that we are dealing with over here. That's who we pray to. We don't deal with the world's favorite idol known as Christ or JC or Yeshua. That guy is a demon, okay? Believe it or not, JC or Christ or Yeshua, he's like the main reason that many of God's people are going to get put to death. Because when you follow JC or Christ, you can't follow the Most High, because Christ's teachings are directly against the teachings of the Most High God. For instance, the God of the Old Testament tells you not to drink blood of any kind. Any kind means any kind. Also, that means drinking spiritual blood is a no-go. Not because I say so, but because the God of the Old Testament forbids his children. Now, if you're not an Israelite, maybe you're a Hamite or any kind of other ite out there. If you are not from the 12 tribes of Israel, then of course drinking blood is okay for you because you don't serve the God of Israel. You serve your God, which is more than likely Christ or Yeshua or Yahweh or Buddha, Allah. It's all kind of gods out here. And for many of you, it's okay for you to drink blood, even if it's spiritual, even though the God of Israel, the God of the Old Testament said not to eat blood of any kind. But most of you people don't care nothing about that God. You say, man, I don't want to hear that. I'm following Christ, the Son of God, even though he's not the Son of God. That's why he tells you to break God's laws. Okay? What a time to be alive if you are an Israelite. And if you are somebody from the other nations, doesn't matter which one. If you are from the other nations, then you could find yourself in a very big pickle of a situation right now. Especially if you're in the United States of America, where we got mass deportation going. To the people who don't belong in this land, you're going to leave this land. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. Doesn't matter if you like what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if you agree with what I'm saying. You're not supposed to be here, so you're going to leave one way or another. To the people who have invaded the United States of America, some of them are white, some of them are black. If you are not a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, you got no business being here on my land. And yeah, I said my land. Excuse me. Contrary to popular belief, even though the so-called white man tells you that I'm African American, I'm not African. Okay, I'm not American. I'm an Israelite. And believe it or not, this is my homeland. I didn't immigrate here. Okay, I didn't come here looking for a better way, a better life. I've been right here for thousands of years. Me and my people been right here since the days of Joshua. You can read about it in the Old Testament, but many of you, you don't have eyes to see nor ears to hear. That's why many of you still out there drink blood and you're a spiritual cannibal because Christ told you to eat his body and to drink his blood. Even though Yahweh, which is the God that I serve, and my brothers and sisters on this channel, we don't care nothing about no other deity. Our God told us not to eat blood of any kind. And just so you know, I'm not making it up. Let's get that real quick, right? Because me running my big black mouth, it means nothing. But I tell you what does mean something. When we come out of God's laws, which many of you despise. And that's why many of you also despise me and my brothers and sisters. What you're going to find is the closer you try to get to the God of the Old Testament, the more people are going to hate your guts. They're going to make up lies about you. They're going to spread rumors about you. They're going to get angry at you when you stand on business and when you are unable to be moved. People are not going to like you. In fact, they're going to hate you. ZRZLP says, you're cool. Hey, well, you seem pretty cool yourself. ZRZLP. JR Meadow says, Brody, thumbs up. What's good, broski? Brother JR Meadow, shout out to you. Always good to see you, brother. Hope all is well with you, bro. I hope all is well with all of y'all out there. JR Meadow says, love you all worldwide. That's right. That's right. And see, we got to keep on doubling down on this, right? Because I don't want none of my brothers and sisters to get this twisted. If you somebody from the other nations, it doesn't matter to me what you feel about what I'm saying. All right. But if you are from the nation of Israel, and you're scattered into Cuba, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, Mexico, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Acapulco, Russia, China, Beijing. I got nothing but love for you. And I can't wait until we all are united again, just like we used to be in the Old Testament days. But there's been so much abuse going on of our people. That's why I be scattered in all nations. And so I don't want my brothers and sisters to get it twisted who are in all the other nations. You might be watching this. Or maybe you may have just immigrated to America. If you are from the 12 tribes of Israel, I don't want you to get it twisted. Although I am FBA, I'm not an immigrant to America, but I do love all of my brothers and sisters who are Israelites who migrated to America. I don't care if you're not in America. I don't care if you just came to America today, this morning. I don't care if you snuck over here. Check this out. If you are Israelite, I don't care if you snuck over here. You, my brothers and my sisters, and I welcome you with open arms, even though the white man will call you an illegal immigrant. Okay, you might be illegal to the white man, and okay, I get it, but you ain't illegal to me. I don't care if you came from Cuba, Mexico, Jamaica, Uruguay, Angola. I don't care where you come from. If you were Israelite and you came in here, quote unquote, illegally, means nothing to me. You, my brothers, I love you, and I hope that you are able to stay and hide out over here. But to all of you others out there, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. The other illegal migrants. Not all illegals are created equal. Okay? So all of you other illegals out there, you can get off my land like right now. And I hope ICE comes and gets you right now. But to the Israelites who come over here, I don't care if you came over here illegally or not. This is my country, and you, my brothers and sisters. I welcome you, and the brothers and sisters welcome you with open arms. May the Most High preserve you as a so-called illegal immigrant. May the Most High preserve you, and may you be able to hide out amongst us, your brothers and sisters in America. I got your back. But to all you other illegals out there, leave my country and leave now. You ain't my brother. You don't love me, and I don't love you either. Beat it. All right? But for all of you blood drinkers out there, this includes Israelites, FBA as well. I don't care who it is. If you're drinking blood, you better repent before the Most High snuffs you out. And this is why He's going to snuff you out right here. Listen to this. Leviticus 17:10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, yeah, you an immigrant, you came to my country, whether you're my brothers and sisters or not, you sojourn amongst us, right? And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. You know what that means? Yeah. That's what's going to happen to everybody out there who's following the teachings of Christ. Because Christ teaches you, does he not, to drink his blood and to eat his body? And to people who want to take up for Christ, you know what you'll say? You'll say stupid stuff like, brother, I would never eat physical blood, brother. I know you wouldn't. At least you think you wouldn't. But many of you, if the circumstances were right, you'd eat physical blood. The circumstance just got to be right. You'll do it. But physical blood is not the only blood that's off limits, Hebrew. It's also spiritual blood as well. It's off limits. To the people who can hear, listen again. Leviticus 17:10. Not even the world's favorite idol can change this. Yeshua, Yahushua, Bahashim, Yahushua, whatever. He cannot change this. And he tried to. And that's one of the reasons why he got put to death. And you're going to get put to death too. Listening to this garbage. Leviticus 17:10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Christianity is finished. Roman Catholicism, finished. Drinking blood of any kind is finished for the people that don't want to be put to death. Now, if you don't mind being cut off from your people and getting put to death, because that's what that means, if you're cool with the Most High slaying you, putting you to death, then by all means, continue to follow Christ. Be like IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, GMS, HOI, WFI, and all these other abominable Hebrew camps. Right now, to my knowledge, there's only one Hebrew camp out there pushing the truth, and that's GOZ, Gates of Zion Israelites. Shout out to GOZ. Shout out to the brothers out there on the West Coast. Shout out to GOZ. Shout out to Joshua the Levite. Shout out to Zamron the servant. Shout out to all the bros out there on the West Coast, okay, pushing the hardcore truth. And those brothers are holding it down out there. I love all of y'all brothers, and I appreciate y'all brothers. Shout out to Israel Kingdom of Saints, okay? Every last one of us out there have our own lane, got our own gifts. And when we put them all together, we forming Voltron out here, and ain't nobody gonna stop it neither. We got Brother Gabamin Yah. What's good, broski? Brother Gabamin Yah says, Shalom, Israel. It's the Sabbath day, and we will rejoice in the power of the Most High Yah. Hey, Brother Gabamin Yah, it's always a pleasure to see you, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, wherever you may be. Hope all is going swell for you, brother. Okay? And I hope all is going well for all of you Hebrews out there. I don't care whether you're in America, South America, Central America, Guatemala, Mexico, Jamaica, Japan, Trinidad, Haiti, Hispaniola. I don't care where you niggas at. You part of the 12 tribes, you my brothers and my sisters. And I got nothing but love for you. But to all the other people out there, I need you to leave my country and leave now. And you are going to leave. Doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. I'm going to read another verse or two letting you know that you're going to leave my land. And then we're going to get into a little bit of this. Okay? That's what you came for, right? That's what you came for. And this is only for a remnant. Just like turning back to Yahweh and Yahweh alone. That's only for the remnant. You know what a remnant is, y'all? Real little itty bit. Not too many of us. Just a little bit. Just a handful of niggas. That's all. Y'all see this? Right here has turned so many Israelites against us. They were already against us over here. Okay? And it started about a year ago when we started going into the signs and the wonders. How the Most High uses the lights in the heavens for signs and wonders. There was a total revolt on the channel. Niggas got pissed. They turned against us. And ever since then, there's been people coming against this channel, people coming against us. And now this is just the last straw right here. Niggas don't want to hear nothing about this. They're terrified. Brother Gabamin Yah says, yes, sir. Take time out to practice your righteous divination. It's our power given to us in righteousness by our Father Yah. Brother Gabamin Yah, bring it out, Ak. Bring it out, Aki. All the Hebrews is in here right now. If you haven't already, hit the like button, fam. Not because you like me, but because you like reality. We deal with reality over here. And whether you like it or not, whether you're feeling it or not, doesn't matter, okay? Because it ain't for everybody. It's only for a remnant. You know what a remnant is? It's a real little itty bit. Most Israelites don't even want spiritual power. Most of y'all just want to go in the corner somewhere, hide and shake and quiver with fear. Just believe, Ak. Don't do anything, Ak. Just believe, Ak. But I get it though. You're terrified, petrified. Even though we brought out scripture and we proven that righteous divination is all in the Old Testament. That's why we ain't gonna stop. If y'all want to stop, no problem. Help yourself. I want my power back, and I'm gonna get it too. And I know there are other brothers and sisters out there who want their power back, and they're gonna get it too. As long as we go after the Most High and Him alone, the world is our oyster. And that's why everybody's so afraid. Joshua the Levite says, Mr. Real Talk, Tab X and chat. Tab X to you, Joshua the Levite. Shout out to you. Shout out to Gabam and Yah. Shout out to GOZ Israelites. Shout out to Zamron the servant. Shout out to the 12 tribes of Israel that's been scattered into all nations, but you're waking up wherever you are. We doing like this. Stretching and yawning in all the nations we've been scattered into, and we waking up, and the nations are pissed because they know what time it is. J.R. Meadows says 100. That's right. Check this out. As regards to all you others, okay? Like I said, not all illegal immigrants are created equal. To the 12 tribes of Israel who are in the other nations who snuck over here, shout out to you. And I pray that the Most High hides you and that you're able to blend in and stay right here while all the other illegals get shipped the hell out of my land and your land. This land belongs to us. I'm not an immigrant. And many of my brothers and sisters on here, we ain't immigrants. Now, to all of our brothers and sisters who are immigrants, shout out to you. Whether you came legally or illegally, I don't care, because this country belongs to me. This country belongs to you. You can come over here whenever you want. You know why? Because we say so. This country belongs to us. And to all the Israelites who snuck over here while y'all had a chance, shout out to you. And may the Most High hide you and preserve you, my illegal brothers and sisters. But to all the other illegals, get the hell off my land. And you are going to get off my land because you don't belong here. You're a colonizer, a conquistador. Whether you're a Spanish colonizer or a British colonizer, I don't care. Only thing I care about is you getting the hell off our land. And you will be leaving. Whether that's peacefully or not, you're going to leave. Isaiah chapter 13. Let's start at verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And what kind of man is that talking about? It ain't talking about you heathens. It ain't talking about you Hamites. This is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. That kind of man. The Israelite man is going to be more precious than fine gold. Can I get an amen out there? Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. That's how precious it is that an Israelite man is going to be. And it's already starting right now. For those of you who don't know, you're going to find out real soon just how precious an Israelite man is. You're going to find out real soon. Verse 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts and in the day of his fierce anger. Verse 14. Listen. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Yeah, everybody got their own land. I'm telling you, this is my land right here. This is my land right here. And it's filled with illegal invaders who don't belong here, and you will be leaving. It's already begun. And it's going to get to a point where some of you illegal invaders, you're going to start self-deporting yourself, because the shit is going to hit the fan so heavy, and it's going to get so diabolical in these American streets, you ain't gonna want to be here no more. So what you gonna do? They shall every man turn to his own people. Everybody's not gonna be mingled together like now. Everybody gonna go and be amongst their own. And that's what we want right now. And flee everyone into his own land. Yeah. The so-called white man has turned our land into everybody's land. The Most High ain't down with that garbage. Every one of you, you're going to go back to where you belong. You don't belong here. If you are not an Israelite, you don't belong here. Go home. Now. Yeah, take that. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Oh no. Oh no, brother. Brother, no, brother. Have some compassion, brother. Brother, have a little more love, brother. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Get love out of that. And everyone that is joined unto them, who's the them? Everybody that don't belong in our land. Everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Oh my. Oh my. I thought everybody was supposed to come together from all nations. I thought it's cool for all nations to come and descend in the United States of America. That ain't what the prophets say. Every man, you're going to go right back to where you belong. And you illegal invaders, you don't belong here. You white Spaniards, you don't belong here. You Hamites out there, you don't belong here. I'm British, mate. You don't belong here. You're going to go back to wherever the hell you belong. And it ain't here. Get love out of that. Brother Gabalman Yah says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. Isaiah 10 and 21. That's right. Bring it out. Hey, y'all, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit the like button if you haven't already. We got Benaniah 71 says, Shalom, speak that truth. That's right. I'm trying my best, fam. I'm trying my best. And I want all of y'all to know something. I don't care. I done said this like 2 or 3 times, but I got to double down, triple down, and quadruple down on this. All right, and I'm looking around, right? I got my head on the swivel because obviously I'm outside, right? I'm surrounded by heathens, y'all. So yeah, I keep my head on the swivel. I'm surrounded by Gentiles. So I'm, looking in front of me, in the back, you know what I'm saying? Side to side. I don't trust these people. So I got my head on the swivel. Real nigga. Benaiah 71 again says, Shalom, speak that truth. That's right. And y'all, if you haven't hit the like button already, smash that like button, fam. Brother Gabalman Yah says, for though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteous, I believe it's going to say righteous indignation. Isaiah 10 and 22. That's a good one, Gabalman Yah. Once again, Gabalman Yah just let y'all know. Only a remnant. Sound confirmation. Only a remnant is going to return, y'all. You know what a remnant is, fam? It's a very little bit. Even though the 12 tribes of Israel, that's all our brothers and sisters. Most of them are going to be put to death because they can't let go of the world's favorite idol. JC or Christ or Yeshua. Bahashem Yahabashai, brother. The blood, brother. The blood, brother. Blood, blood, blood. All y'all niggas want is blood. And you gonna get it too. Not in the way you think, though. It's gonna be your blood, brother. That's why we almost practically begging and pleading with our people to ditch Jesus. Get rid of that demon. He's a demon. Most High, please forgive me for saying that name. Y'all gotta ditch the idol, y'all. Not just Christ, Buddha, Allah, Estar, Krishna, Or it's too many gods to name out there. You gotta ditch them all, or you're gonna find yourself in a ditch. And the Most High God is gonna be the one putting you in that ditch. We're trying to warn you. I know a lot of y'all get angry and upset because JC is the world's favorite idol. Everybody loves him. Even though he goes directly against the Most High God, y'all still love him. On this channel, we don't love him. We don't listen to him. We don't care about him. He means nothing to this channel. And to the brothers and sisters on this channel, we completely dismiss the New Testament because it's not needed. All you got to do is turn to the Most High God alone, and you'll be straight. Hit that like button, Hebrew, if you haven't already. This is one of the books that your oppressor told you not to read. Obviously, we don't give a damn about that nigga. All right? Check this out. And then we're going to get into the main event. I'm not going to keep y'all that long. We're going to read chapter 5, all right? We're going to slow walk it. We're going to slow walk this thing because I know many people don't have access. They might not have the money to get the book. You might not have internet, whatever. So I got it for you. And I'm going to read it for you. Listen to this. Second Ezra, chapter 15. Once again, your oppressor forbids you to read this. And you got a decision to make. You want to be a good little slave and be a good little Catholic? Because that's where you get this kind of talk from. Don't read this, brother. Don't read that. Anybody out there still only reading what the Catholics told you to read, you're going to have to come to the hardcore realization. You're a Catholic. And you need to stop. Okay? Second Ezra chapter 15. We're going to go verse 15 to 17. Listen. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Uh-oh. Sounds a little bit like Isaiah chapter 13 that we was just reading out of. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. You know what swords is? It's 2025. So it ain't just talking about a regular sword. Although some people are going to use a regular sword, other people got the Jim Jam. You know what a Jim Jam is, right? Yeah. Small ones, big ones, automatics, semi-automatics. There's all kind of swords out there now. ICBM missiles, nuclear missiles. There's all kind of swords out there. Not just the basic sword anymore. There's all kind of swords out there. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. That means it's time. It's almost time to die. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. You know what that means? And one people shall stand up to fight against another. There go your race wars in the end times. Yeah. Everybody's going to fight against everybody. Not my words. You don't have to believe this. This is going to happen. It's already begun to happen. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. What a choice of words. Invading one another. Has not the United States of America been fully invaded by illegal invaders from all over planet Earth? Not just Mexico, not just Venezuela, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. I'm talking to somebody out there right now. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know what that means? The president not going to be able to tell niggas what to do. The governor not going to be able to tell people what to do. The mayor, the prince ain't going to be able to tell people what to do. It's going to be every nigga for himself. And when I say nigga, I'm talking about every human. I don't care what race you from. It's going to be every person out there for themselves. When this goes all the way full throttle, don't say that you wasn't warned, because we're reading it to you right now. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Sounds a lot like what we read in Isaiah 13, being as the chase row, no one's going to take him up, and anybody who's found joined to them, you're going to get thrust through. Sounds a very similar to what we read right here, don't it? Okay? I want you to hit the like button if you know what I'm talking about. And I want you to subscribe to the channel if you're feeling it. And now we're going to go into this. This is what you came here for right here. We are looking more into spiritual power, righteous divination, not wicked divination, nothing to do with blood sacrifices and blood anything, okay? We dealing with righteous divination. And once again, let me get one more scripture from the Old Testament, right? Because I can see some nigga out there right now watching this, you belly aching and moaning and complaining, oh no, Ak, no. Please, no, no divination. Would any of you know divination, Israelites, care to explain Genesis chapter 30? I've only asked 500,000 times, and I've yet to get one single response. Why is that? Huh? Why is that? Can you explain Genesis 30 and verse 27? How about Genesis chapter 30, verse 37, 38, and 39? Is there any of you know divination Israelites who care to explain that? It's only the 500,000th time that I've asked anybody to break that down or explain it, and not one of you, not one of you can break that down. But yet you keep yelling out, no divination, no divination. Well, explain that. Explain Genesis 30 and 27. Genesis 30 and 37. Genesis 30 and 38. Genesis 30 and 39. Can anybody out there who's against righteous divination, can you explain any of those scriptures that I just called out? If you cannot, I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Okay? Shut your mouth. Zamron the servant, what's good, brother? We got Zamron the servant up in here, up in here. He says, Shalom, Mr. Real Talk. Just chime in now, Salakia. I didn't see the notification. It's all good, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I saw your joints you did yesterday, too. Hey, bruh, keep banging on them, Ak. I appreciate the work that you're doing, brother Zamron the servant. I appreciate it, man. You waking the people up and you bringing out facts. And you a zealot. I see you. Just like Brother Gabam and Yah is a zealot. Everybody on this channel is a zealot. And you know what? There's different degrees of zealotry. Everybody who served the Most High and Him only, you only can do that by being a zealot, because the whole world is against you. Even most of the nation of Israel is against the people who want to ditch Yeshua or Yahweh or JC or whatever. Most of our brothers and sisters can't stand us because they're still drinking blood and they're still eating the nigga's body. And so they think that we're evil because we want to keep the Most High's laws. It's only one way to serve Yahweh and Him only. You got to be a zealot, which everybody on this channel is a zealot. Everybody that's commenting in this live chat, y'all all are zealots. Shout out to all of y'all. Stay strong, y'all, and keep the faith. We doing the right thing. And I love every last one of you brothers, and I love every last one of you sisters. And I pray to the Most High God that you can feel the love, because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And one day, to Brother Zamron the servant, GOZ, and all of y'all out there on the West Coast, one day at some point, I don't know exactly when, but Most High willing, at some point, I'm going to have to pull up out there on the West Coast. I'm out here on the East Coast, Washington. Y'all on the West Coast. At some point, I'm going to have to fly out there, brother, and come right out there to that corner where y'all be at just to show my support. Oh, yeah. I'm coming out there at some point, bro. Zamron the servant says, come through. My door is open. Hey, brother, I appreciate that, brother. Much love to you. Much love to GOZ. Much love to Kabama and Yah. Much love to JR Metals. Okay. Much love to everybody's in here. Joshua the Levite. Much love to ZR, ZLP. Everybody that's in here right now. Samuel. Much love to you, Samuel. Much love to Benaniah. Everybody's in here right now. Much love to all of y'all. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. And understand this too, because we all come from different backgrounds, because we all grew up different, because we all come from a little bit of differentness, right? We are not going to agree on every single thing. And we know that because of Isaiah 52:8. I don't know if y'all just heard that horn honk when I said that. That's called sound confirmation, y'all. We all not going to agree on every little thing, right? And I'm going to get that, and then we're going to read this 5th chapter, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Listen to this, man. Because I know sometimes people think I just be running my big black mouth, right? Because I do run my big black mouth. When I get around y'all, I get happy. I get excited. That's how I get when I get around the Hebrews. I lose my mind sometimes, right? Isaiah 52:8. Bring it out. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing. For they shall see eye to eye when Yahweh shall bring again Zion. Y'all see that? We're not going to see eye to eye on everything right now. We're not. It's just not possible because the prophet said so. We're going to see eye to eye when Yahweh brings again Zion. And he hasn't done that yet. It's in the works, okay? But it hasn't happened yet. But when it does, the watchmen of Israel are going to sing so loud, going to sing together, because now they will finally be able to agree on every single thing. There will be no more disagreements when Yahweh brings again Zion. That's why I always say, right now, we know we're going to have disagreements, y'all, but we cannot fall out behind disagreements. Look, as long as somebody's not telling you, hey, go serve other gods. And then we can disagree on that. And then I'm even say, I'm not going to deal with somebody who says, hey, it's okay to serve other gods. It's okay to drink blood. It's okay to be a spiritual cannibal. I'll love them from afar, but I'm not going to deal with them. All right. Outside of that, somebody telling you to break the Most High's laws and serve other gods, we're going to have disagreements, even when it comes to how we should keep some of these laws. That could look a little different for all of us. But as long as they're not telling you it's okay to break God's laws, as long as they're not telling you to serve another God, we can't let disagreements break up the brotherhood and sisterhood, y'all. And whenever we have heavy disagreements on things, we always got to remember Isaiah 52:8, y'all. And that's what will help keep us together. J.R. Meadows says, I'll ride with you, champ. That's right. Sounds like a play, J.R. Meadows. Sounds like a play. J.R. Meadows says, let's ride. That's right. J.R. Meadows says, sip, nip, hustle the great. Brother Gabamayah says, these 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Do y'all see that, y'all? Hands that shed innocent blood. It didn't say shedding the innocent blood of a man. If you call yourself, I'm shedding the innocent blood of this lamb, and I'm doing it for the Most High, that he forgives me. No, he's not going to forgive you. That is a sin. You're not to shed innocent blood and say, I'm doing this for Yahweh. No, you're not. No, you're not. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16 through 17, JC spilled innocent blood. Yes, he did. And not only did he spill innocent blood, then he got the nerve to tell us to drink it. That's satanic, y'all. J.R. Meadows says, marching, 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 marching. That's right. We got Chief, I'm sorry, this letter's so low. Chief Angie Lohi. I'm sorry, I know I'm probably mispronouncing that, brother. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm just going to call you Chief, brother. Good to see you again, brother. I remember you from last time. Chief, brother, says Shalom, brother. Shalom to you, fam. Jamron, the servant, says, I needed to hear this. Hey, brother, much love, brother. All of us need to hear it. Fam, all of us are so connected. All of us are literally each other's lifeline. That's why we can't afford to cast each other off when we disagree on certain things. Look, if I came on here telling y'all, hey, I think I had it wrong, y'all. JC is our savior, and we need to turn back to Yahushua and drink this blood. Y'all should chew my head off, okay? But other than that, once we understand that it's all about Yahweh and him only, remember, y'all, we're just waking up. I don't care if you've been in this truth for 30 years. You're just waking up. We've been asleep for thousands of years. We're trying to figure this out. We don't have the luxury to be arguing with one another, and we definitely don't have the luxury to be turning our backs on one another. Not with all the hell breaking loose worldwide right now. We need each other more than ever, y'all. Hey, y'all, we got to circle the wagons, y'all. We got to circle the wagons, y'all, and come together. Brother Gabaman, y'all, says, through lies and deception, eating his flesh and drinking his blood. Yeah, brother. All of us are literally, many of us are just now waking up from being spiritual vampires and cannibals, y'all. So we're still cleansing ourselves. Y'all got to remember, hardly anybody on earth worships Yahweh and him only. Everybody follows the blood god, the blood demon. J.R. Meadows says, sleep in peace, nip. Facts. Chief says, you good. I appreciate that, bruh. Chief says, Angie Lohi. Angie Lohi. Okay, brother. Got it. Chief Angie Lohi. I appreciate you giving me that, brother. Thank you. Chief Angie Lohi. Much love to you, brother. Kabbalah Yah says, niggas won't even dap up other brothers if they serving y'all only. I know. That's sad, y'all. That's sad. And you know what? That's what drinking blood and eating a nigga's body will do. It'll make you hate your own brothers and sisters. And look, you ain't got to say you hate us. We can tell. That's what the spirit produces. Look, it ain't nothing personal, but if you're a vampire, you're a hateful individual towards your own people who understand that being a vampire is a sin. And yeah, even if you're only being a spiritual vampire, that's a sin. Leviticus 17:10 said, you're not to eat blood of any kind. Any means any. Chief Angie Lohi says, right. That's right. Now, we're going to read chapter 5 of Casting Lots, y'all. And then I'm going to let y'all go. All right? Then I'm going to let y'all go. And I always like to read this quick verse before we start reading things about casting lots, right? Joshua 18:10. So y'all want to know why would he be talking about casting lots? Because Joshua did it. And he ain't the only one that did it. The ancient Israelites used to do this. That's why Joshua was doing it. Joshua is an ancient Israelite, for those of our people who don't know this. Joshua 18:10. And Joshua cast lots. No, brother. The other nations cast lots. And Joshua cast lots. No, brother. The Hamites cast lots, brother. That's wicked. And Joshua cast lots. You know why Joshua can do this? Because Joshua is on the righteous side of divination. Them other niggas, the other nations, when they do it, that's what you call wicked divination. That's the divination that you ain't supposed to be dealing with. Is Joshua wicked? For anybody out there that wants to call us wicked, is Joshua wicked? I'm waiting for a nigga to say Joshua was wicked. I'm going to tear you up. Joshua 18:10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to their divisions. Yeah, okay. That's why we looking into this right here. Because guess what? Ain't nobody else gonna teach it to us. Everybody else is hollering out no divination, no divination. No, no casting lots, don't look into it. Would you tell Joshua not to cast lots? I want to be like Joshua. I want to be like the old school ancient Israelites. So we going into it. Jamron the servant says, Gabam and Yah, that is so true. WFI, my old camp, made a video about me saying that too. Laugh out loud. Damn. That's painful, y'all, and it hurts when you see your own brothers and sisters do what a lot of our brothers and sisters are doing. Brother Gabam and Yah says, how do we say we are wise? Hit him in the gut, Brother Gabam and Yah. Brother Gabam and Yah just hit you niggas with a gut shot, nigga. How do we say we are wise and the law of Yahweh is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. Jeremiah 8:8. Gabam and Yah says, is Jeremiah said there was lies in the scriptures? Then why do you believe the scripture haven't been tampered with? You have to seek out the righteous ways of the Most High Yah. Bring it out. And brothers actually got the nerve to say we believe in the Old Testament. Jeremiah told you the lying pen of the scribes. And y'all, when you get a chance, pull up Jeremiah 8:8 and check it out in various different translations. There's no way around it, y'all. Jeremiah knew this. And this was in his day. He knew this. How much more now? And that's why people get mad at us when we say the Bible's been tampered with. Niggas got blood drinking in the Bible, body eating, slaying innocent animals for God. But the Bible hasn't been tampered with, huh? We got to stop this stuff, y'all. Here we go. Chapter 5. Chapter 5 says, what? Who are the lot casters? The gifts of seers. And y'all know the word seer, that's what they used to call the prophets. Before they started calling them prophets, they were called seers. Look. A certain measure of healthy realism is included in lot practice. It has long been assumed, for example, that the quality and accuracy of the metaphysical message found when using lots is affected greatly by the lot caster's character, relationship to powers, as well as by their technical proficiency. In addition to ethics, an old tradition holds that besides successful divination, to be called a seer, one has to have received the following gifts. A seer must have the ability to hear the message, understand the message, interpret the message, and convey the message to the person asking the question in such a manner that they can hear it. Accuracy is further enhanced by the seer's clarity of soul and mind, and of course, by the seer's experience with this magical tool. We discourage using lots for divination before learning what they mean, except for the purpose of practicing. Most commonly, during practice, there is some role play. That is, the lot caster in training asks questions for a fellow trainee who plays the role of querent. During training, checking with the book to remind oneself of the lot's meaning is, of course, a necessity. However, the aim for those who wish to become lot casters is to know the meaning of the lots well enough to not read to refer to the book, essentially to become fluent in their practice. Experienced lot casters often cast for one or two family members or friends, and they can also cast lots for themselves. But it is wise not to do it for yourself when there are weighty issues. Heavy questions are best answered by others. Another point to think about when embarking in casting lots for divination is how, as casters of Hebrew lots, we maintain consciousness once contact with the Elohim has been established. Our Elohim enjoy being consulted, but some will push to take over more space in the lot caster's consciousness. A knot often tries. Unlike the role of seers in many other traditions, the caster of Hebrew lots is not expected to step aside and lose their here and now awareness. The lot caster relationship to the powers is expected to involve a form of mutual respect and consideration. So the lot caster is not a passive tool of the Elohim, who do not really much respect that anyway. The lot caster must instead be ready to question the lot messages or even to take issue with the powers on behalf of themselves if they are doing a self-casting or for whomever they are casting. This was Abraham's position and it is ours. Even the pussier Elohim are believed to most respect a seer willing to push back or at least stand their ground. And they form the strongest relationship with those who do that. We like to think this is because we consider AMHA a spiritual path of peaceful warriors, but there is a precedent for the pushback, which gave rise to tradition called God wrestling. In Genesis 32:22 through 32, I knew it was going to go here. Jacob wrestled with a being referred to as, it's a Hebrew word right here, which I don't know what that means. And it says, which means man. But elsewhere in the Hebrew Bible, this same Hebrew letter is often used to mean warrior, in the sense of a numerous warrior being. Sometimes there is a reference to angels. Translations often use that word, whether it exists in the original Hebrew or not, since over the centuries, the awareness that more than one numinous being existed gradually faded into the background. Also, translations have blurred the fact that the different words used for each numinous beings may have originally been intended to mean one or more of the Bani Elohim. So Jacob's adversary in the wrestling bout actually refers to one of the powers. Which one is uncertain, but probably a senior god. The wrestling match earned Jacob a broken hip, but also earned him a new name. Israel. That's us. Yeah. Which being given by a power was clearly a reward. Talking to somebody out there. In Hosea 12:4, the same power who wrestled with Yaakov, Jacob, was referred to as angel, which confirms it having been one of the Bani Elohim. Y'all, this is heavy, y'all. Another good reason to not let the messages from the Bani Elohim totally take us over when casting is that what they say is not always totally clear. And so for a seer to keep at least some of their wits together while doing divination with lots is only good sense. See how much more is it? Okay. This is kind of lengthy. We've been on here a little more than an hour. I'm going to read this next little section to y'all. And I guess the next time we come back, we'll finish up chapter 5. I'm going to read this next section to y'all called Who Could Practice? Historically, the societal role and the degree of influence of people who cast lots or used any other type of divination or magic changed over time. Do y'all see that? Originally, responses from the Elohim may have been sought mostly by consulting family or tribal elders of any sex or other people in one circle, acknowledged to have powers of metaphysical connection. So almost anybody, at least occasionally, served as diviners and casters of lots. You see this, fam? The use of full-time specialists may have been rarer. Possibly some of the seers who were working in countryside temples were Levites. That is, people of a priestly caste. But it appears that many were not. There is no evidence of early diviners having to be of priestly lineage, and one most certainly does not have to be today. While early on, small temples apparently dotted the land, their use gradually faded. The centers of religion moved from country to city, as the religion of the Hebrews was centralized and thus controlled from Jerusalem. As to ethnicity, ancient Israel had a highly diverse population, and there is no evidence that the diviners or lot casters all were Hebrews either. Ancient peoples were usually quite practical, and they would have consulted with whomever was good enough and reliable enough to do the job. That's why we saw when Jonah tried to run off on that boat and escape the Most High, those people on there, they wasn't Israelites, but they were casting lots as well. You see that? Cannot make this up. The restriction of the practice to high priests in the Jerusalem temple came much later and was due to a mostly political decision of concentrating the cult in Jerusalem, which elevated the status and role of priests. Eventually, even the Urim and Thummim of the high priest were forgotten. Yet the tradition of the metaphysical potency and or sacredness of the Hebrew letters is so powerfully old and so embedded in the culture that even the strictly monotheistic rabbinical tradition remains reverence for the letters and their power. Do you hear this? And look, we need to start digging more and doing more research on metaphysics, metaphysical. We need to start looking into it, y'all. The Kabbalists from the Middle Ages on chose to attribute mystical power to each of the Hebrew letters. And some today still use them for meditation and Kabbalistic magic. But the tribally oriented culture context was lost, and so was the original nature-oriented celebration of most of our festivals. And earth orientation we have reverted to today, because our spirit remembers the tribal days. Our style of lot casting is rooted in earth spirituality. Okay, that's part 1 of chapter 5. casting lots. Okay, maybe maybe I'll read part 2 to you and finish up chapter 5 tomorrow or the day after. But this is part 1 of chapter 5, casting lots. I hope that somebody has been edified by this live stream, y'all. Y'all can tell I'm hungry. I'm singing McDonald's, y'all. Da 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 da. Brother Gabaman, y'all says, how can you say we are wise because we have the word of Yahweh when your teachers have twisted it by writing lies? Jeremiah 8:8, the NLT version. Hey, Brother Gabaman, y'all, thank you for posting that other version, brother. Do y'all see that? I gotta read that again. Jeremiah 8:8 from the NLT. Listen up, y'all. And shout out to Gabaman, y'all, for leaving this. How can you say we are wise because we have the word of Yahweh when your teachers have twisted it by writing lies? I don't want to hear no more talk about the Torah hasn't been tampered with. Get out of here with that foolishness. Jeremiah said it has. That settles it. Gabaman Yah says divination, the practice of foreseeing or foretelling future events or discovering hidden knowledge, various aspects, reading omens, dreams, casting lots, astrology, necromancy, Zondervan dictionary. Deal with that. Hey, Brother Gabaman Yah, shout out to you, brother. And you know what? I'm going to have to order me a Zondervan dictionary, y'all. To everybody out there who can order a Zondervan dictionary, I would say it's probably a good thing to do. I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on one of them. Shout out to Gabaman Yah for putting this in here. I'm going to read this again. Divination, the practice of foreseeing or foretelling future events. So prophecy is divination, okay? The practice of foreseeing or foretelling future events or discovering hidden knowledge, various aspects, reading omens, dreams, casting lots, astrology, necromancy, Zondervan dictionary. It ain't no way around it, y'all. Checkmate, nigga. Game over. We don't want to hear no more foolishness from anybody out there saying no divination. You don't know what's going on. And clearly you don't believe in Jeremiah 8:8. Jeremiah said the scribes wrote lies in the Bible. But you say no, ain't no lies in there, brother. No divination at all. Jeremiah said you a liar. I believe Jeremiah. I don't believe you niggas out there. Shelly Watkins, what's going on, Shelly Watkins? Shelly Watkins says hi. Hi to you, Shelly Watkins. Good to see you up in here, as always. It's always good to see the Israelites when you slide through. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And once again, I hope that somebody out there was edified by this video. And shout out to the 12 tribes of Israel. I don't care if you in America. I don't care if you in South America, Central America, Guatemala, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, Hispaniola, Cuba, Russia, China, Uruguay, Angola, Ethiopia, Egypt, Canaan. I don't care where you niggas is at. As a matter of fact, if you were Israelites scattered in one of those nations, I hope you did come over here illegally. And I pray to the Most High God that he watches over you, protects you, and that you can hide out right here with your FBA brothers and sisters. Because you are my brothers, you are my sisters, and I would never talk down on you, and I would never turn you away. I don't care if the so-called white man calls you an illegal. The so-called white man is an illegal immigrant. We didn't tell that nigga he could come over here, but he came here, and he told the whole world to come over here. All you other illegals, I ain't talking about the 12 tribes. If you are Israelite, I don't care if you came here illegal. This is my land. This is my brothers and sisters' land. I'm your brother, and you can come here whenever you want. But to all the other niggas, all the other illegals, you know who you are. Get the hell off my land, nigga. Talking to every one of you. Shelly Watkins says, good to see you too. Appreciate that, fam. We got Ephraim Yasserala says, Shalom, Shalom to you, Ephraim Yasserala. And anybody's in here right now, oh, I see a number, 1010. 10 people watching. We got 10 likes. Hey, Hebrews, when we get off of here, I want y'all to go into the scriptures and use that number 1010 to dive into the scriptures. You know, the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 10, the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 10, and so forth. Use those numbers to go into the scripts, y'all. I just saw 1010. Take that and run with it, y'all. I love each and every one of y'all out there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm doubling down, quadrupling down, quintupling down on the illegal, the so-called illegal immigrants out there. I don't care what country you come from. If you are Israelite in Russia, China, Cuba, Mexico, Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad, Uruguay, Egypt, I don't care where you from. I don't care if the white man says you're illegal. I welcome you and all of your FBA brothers and sisters. Believe it or not, FBA niggas are your brothers and sisters. We welcome you with open arms. Vex to all of my illegal Israelites out there who snuck over here when the coast was clear. But to all you other illegals, get the hell off our land. If you ain't an Israelite, you don't belong here, and you're gonna leave. I don't care if you like what I'm saying. You're gonna leave. And we want you to leave. The Most High wants you to leave. Every man is going back to his own land. To all you others out there, hit the road while you still got a chance to. Brother Gabaman Yah says, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 11 and 12. That's right. Hey, Brother Gabaman Yah is slicing and dicing this evening. I hope that all the brothers and sisters were edified with this live stream. I do these live streams first and foremost because I love our God. And after that, I love y'all niggas. Worldwide. Israel, we back. Tavex Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Ephraim Yasharala says, that's right. Ak, spoken from the words of Yah, holy prophets. That's right. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and wonderful evening. Most High willing, I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out, fam.